Oh. Oh. O Brahman, O the sense of self-awareness, O pure consciousness, lead us from darkness to light. O Brahman, O the sense of self-awareness, uh, sense of self-awareness, O pure consciousness, O the limitless, O the one which has no barriers, you see, O the one which has no barriers, O the one which has no boundaries, O the one which is limitless without any barriers or boundaries, the one which is limitless. Um, Valentine's Day is on a Monday. So, first of all, happy Valentine's Day to everybody, to my listeners, and blessings and love for everyone. Because when we hear of Valentine's Day, the first word comes in our mind. When we hear about Valentine's Day, the first word comes in our mind is love. You see, Valentine's Day is affiliated. Valentine's Day is affiliated with love. It's all about love. Valentine's. When we hear the word Valentine's Day, when we hear the expression, the phrase Valentine's Day, we think about couples who are in a relationship. We think about husband and wife, their spouse, for the most part. Majority of that comes in our mind, you see. But love is not confined. Love is not barricaded. You heard the word barricaded? Love is not confined. Love is not barricaded only to a relationship between two spouse or two partners and stuff. Love goes way beyond that. The only energy which is holding us together in this moment, in this moment, the only energy which is holding us together in this moment in time is also love. Love, love unites us. Love brings us closer as the human race. It doesn't matter if it is between a spouse or between two beings and two humans, no matter how we look at it, it brings the beings, the human, close. It unites us. Love can be found in different expressions. Love can be found in nature. Love can be found in if you're liking. Love can be found in respect. Love can be found in the respect of need. So love goes way beyond that. It is not limited, or it is not bordered only towards that kind of love which usually pops in our mind. love between two spouses or two partners in a relationship, you see. Um, and also, I have seen quite a few men and women, unfortunately. I am seeing more and more posts on social media since the Valentine Day is getting closer, yeah, on Monday. I am seeing a lot of posts, some people who are single, regardless of their gender, they are posting, they are expressing a little bit of sadness because they are single, and Valentine's Day is just right around the corner, which is on Monday. So remember something, Valentine's Day, February 14th. I always tell you to remember the word remember. Valentine's Day, which is on February 14th, every year round the clock. Valentine's Day, which is on February 14th, every year round the clock. It's is sadly is subscribed only to a particular day of the year, which is February the 14th. Every day, if when you understand fully what love is, you remember every day is a Valentine's Day. Today is February 12th. You know 12? Today is February 12th, but today it can be a Valentine Day for you. The more aware you are of the emotion or the sentiment love, the more you appreciate every day as being Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day must not be confined. That's the word I'm looking for in English. Confined. Valentine's Day must not be confined to a particular date. You see, every day is a Valentine Day for us if we know how to self love, because you cannot give or you cannot imagine to give somebody else love until unless you have it for yourself. You see, can you imagine yourself to give something to somebody until unless you have it? Somebody comes to you and asks you for something to borrow. You see, if you understand what I'm saying to you, somebody comes to you and somebody asks you something to borrow from you, means the person wants you to lend them something, but you can only lend it to that person when you have it in to begin with, or when you have it in the very first place. It's not possible. Excuse me. It's not possible for you to give something to somebody if you do not have it with you to begin with, if you do not have it in you, if you do not feel it for the most part of your day. Self love. What is self love? I look so good, just in case, I'm saying hypothetically, not that I'm claiming that I'm looking good. I'm just saying, hypothetically speaking, when you look at the mirror and you find attraction, when you look at the mirror, you find you like what you see, and you think or you assume in your mind that other would appreciate it too. They would, basically. And when you look at the mind, you find you like what you see. Is it self-love? Is it it is a really a small part or tiny portion of self-love, you see, but only when you do not look at the mirror. Excuse me, only when you do not look at the mirror with arrogance, if you understand what I'm saying. Only when you do not look at the mirror with arrogance, because there are some people and they look at the mirror, they like or they love what they basically like, and they act or they behave in an arrogant manner. They have no respect for anybody else. They cannot appreciate, they sadly cannot appreciate the beauty in others. They cannot appreciate the beauty in nature, they cannot appreciate the beauty all around them. They can only focus and appreciate themselves. They are not capable. So that's not self love. That's something else, which is arrogance. That has nothing to do with self love. If you look and you are able to admire the beauty around you, to admire the beauty in nature, to admire the beauty in others only, and also admire the beauty when you look at the mirror. That is a very small part of self-love, you know. And self-love is very important. The reason self-love is important, if you love yourself in every way, if you love yourself in any way, in every way, you don't really have to do anything. Anyone who comes in contact with you, anyone who speaks with you or is in your surrounding would get the benefit of that love, would get the benefit of that joy, would get the benefit of that they look at you and they find you pleasant in every way. This is the best gift, excuse me, this is the best gift one can give to others. This is the best gift one can give it to other human beings. You see, that's why self love. You see, that's why, read my lips, that's why self love is very significant. So when we prepare or we make one person who is and who understands fully what self-love is, we create a loving society, we create a healthy society, we create a society without resentment, we create a society without the plans of being even, we create a society where there is no self-abuse, you see. So now you understand what self-love is. Self love is when you do not go against yourself. You see, you look for the partner. You become sad that this Valentine you don't have a partner, unfortunately, and you are single. I am not challenging your emotions. That's not the reason I am here for. I'm not challenging your sentiments. I'm not judging them. Judgment is not my job here, basically. Because if I start judging like that, the game is over. My job is basically to give you more clarity and leave you to it. If it has a shred of wisdom and truth, it would automatically resonate through you. I don't really have to pursue you. That's why I bring clarity. When the job is done here on the planet, when the people like us, the sannyasis, the rishis, the yogis, we try to complete the job we signed up for. You see, we signed up for this job to bring clarity in human perception, in human awareness. So you become sad when you look at the social media and you look at your status, which is single, and on Valentine's Day you won't get any retreats, the flowers or the candy or the chocolate. But I have told you every day can be Valentine Day. Today can be Valentine Day, even though it is February 14th. If you start the self love from within, you see, self love is when you do not self abuse yourself. Um, Self love is when you do not go against yourself. Self love is when you do not suppress without human conditioning. You need to follow my words and pay enough attention and focus to what I'm saying to you. Don't misunderstand me. I am saying self love is when you do not suppress yourself, you see, without human conditioning. When you become totally authentic and you don't suppress what you feel, you do not justify in your mind what you feel about yourself or about others. You feel what you feel. If you are authentic, without karma, I'm saying, without all the essence that you have gathered, you feel what you feel. You see, you when you become authentic, not through the filters of everything that you have learned, you feel, not through the filters of memory that you have in you, not through the filters of karma that you have attached to you. But when you become totally authentic and you feel, when you do not justify then when you what you feel, and why you feel it. When you do not self abuse yourself, anything which goes against yourself you do is a sin. And self love is just totally the opposite, meaning you are not doing anything which goes against you, is self love. Self love is when you do not punish yourself for a mistake you have made long time ago. Self love is when you have no contradiction in your mind, when you have no duality in your mind, when you have no friction in your mind, in your awareness, when you live in love with the rest of the creation, when you go in accord with the nature, that's all self love is. Please understand that. This is all self love. Every day, as I said, do not be sad. That's what I'm trying to tell you. If you are single on Valentine's Day, do not be sad. Personally, me, I'm not single. I am in a relationship, but I am not here to condemn or judge the sentiments and the emotions of you. Do not feel sad if you are single on a Valentine's Day. It's rather more wise and more smart to look and bring clarity in your perception, to look in what's being said, what's being told to you, to focus on it and see how can you clear the fog. So what remains over there is self-love. You see, self-love is also affiliated, self-love is also affiliated with your fundamental nature. It means that you don't really have to do anything to self-love. You self-love yourself by nature, but the reason it looks so difficult on times because you have learned things, you have accumulated a memory, you have been told what you are, you have been told you do not explore life at your own, you do not explore life personally, you do not know life personally, you know life through the perspective of everybody you have come in contact with. But when you explore yourself through your own experience, when you know yourself personally, when you know yourself profoundly, when you know yourself fully, you have self love for you. You see, this is all self love. I'm trying to make it as clear as humanly possible. I'm trying to make it as easy as humanly possible for you to understand what self love is. Do not be sad if this Valentine, you see, do not be sad if this Valentine you um, are single, because being single is not a curse. As long as you have self love for you, you don't look for anybody. When you have self love for you and you do not look for anybody, the right kind of person would appear in your life. If you understand what I'm saying. When you do not look for anybody, when you self love, you see, first you trigger. Yeah, trigger is the right word because self love is always there. All it needs to be triggered by clearing the fog. So when you trigger yourself and then you trigger that particular self-love in you, and the self-love always remains there for you, if you understand what I'm saying, because you have triggered that self-love. Um, so as I said, don't be sad this Valentine. Sadly, if you are single, just remember that. Rather trigger the self love in you, and then automatically everything would change. Then you wouldn't be sad, then you wouldn't have to go around and look for love. You see, you would have so much love, the right type of people and right type of people would start happening around you. Right type of people would start happening around you automatically. You wouldn't have to, in my experience, in my dedication to my spiritual practice, well, in and all the places and all the countries that I have traveled and I have observed humans, in my experience, right type of person always happens to you. Right type of person always occurs to you when you stop looking. The more desperate we become to look for the right type of person, the more it seems as it's not happening. You see what I'm saying to you? And the more we say, okay, let's first look what we are doing to ourselves instead of looking for a partner. You cannot build an iron castle on the foundation of sand. Before you go into a relationship, first take a look at yourself and see what you are doing. It's not a curse to be single. You see, Valentine's Day, I have told you, is just a day like any other day. Valentine's Day itself has no significance. If you have self love for yourself, every day turns out to be Valentine's Day. You see, you don't have to wait the entire year basically to get to Valentine's Day, which is just one day. It comes and goes just like any other day. Every day can be a Valentine Day in your life if you learn what you are doing to yourself. Every day can be a Valentine's Day in your life when you have self love for yourself. Every day can be a Valentine Day in your life when you are ready to spread that love around you. Do not just go into a relationship for the sake of the relationship. Do not just go into a relationship so you can brag among your friends and among your acquaintances that you have a partner and you are not single. These are wrong reasons to be in a relationship. If you understand why I'm saying, these are wrong reasons to be in a relationship. Right reason is I am in a relationship because the very nature of life is expanding. The expanding is the very nature of life. If you understand what I'm saying, please follow my words. Expanding is the very nature of life. So when you go into a relationship, keep that in mind that I am going into a relationship not to change anybody, not to control anybody. These are all the wrong reasons. First, people get involved into the relationship with each other, and after that, they are realizing we are not even doing the right thing. We are becoming controlling. We are trying to change somebody. If you are becoming controlling, if you are trying to change somebody, then you don't really love. You see why I'm saying? Then you have a need that you have developed through your past that you want to be in a certain type of control. If you go into a relationship and you say, if you go into a relation if you go into a relationship and you say that my love would change this person, you already have the wrong intention in your mind that your love is going to change somebody. Why would you have even a need to change somebody? If you are going into a relationship and you have a need, a desire in you, unfortunately, to change your partner, to change your spouse, then you don't really love. You have to accept the person as the being is happening. That's what love is. Love does not require the conditions, you see. You understand or you don't understand? Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Love does not require conditions. If there are conditions, there is no love. Love is opposite of conditions. When you give selflessly, when you go into a relationship to nurture the life, you see, because the very nature of life, I said a couple of minutes ago, the very nature of life is to expand. And self love is what? When you go into a relationship to expand the life. That's what self love is. So keep all that in mind. You see, to expend the life, you have no expectations, just a sincere intention in you. And you know what the sincere intention is? I am in a relationship to nurture. I am in a relationship to celebrate, enjoy. I'm not in a relationship to change the person. I'm not in a relationship just for the sake of being in the relationship. I'm not in a relationship just for the sake of being that I don't want to be single. These are all wrong reasons. I would rather be single. I'm saying hypothetically, not that it's happening because I'm very happy, but I'm saying that hypothetically, I would rather be single, but I would not go into a relationship with the wrong reasons. People who are more balanced, you see, people who are more in charge of their feeling and of their thoughts, people who do not have a sense of possession on others, people who trust each other are very happy with each other, just like me and my spouse. You understand what I'm saying? Just like me and my spouse, those type of people are very happy. Me and my partner, spouse, we are happy because we are more stable. So rather go into a relationship when you are more in charge, when you are more in balance in your emotions, in your thoughts, and a life energy which is running and flowing through you. You see, first trigger the self love in you. Remember, I didn't say first create the self love because that's another thing. You cannot create love. You see, one of these things. You cannot create love. Love is either there or love is not there. There is no way in between that you create love. So love is always there. All you have to do is just trigger it. So ponder on what I said. If you misunderstood something, write me. I would clarify. Do not make assumptions. Do not jump into the conclusions. Just remain open to what I say to you. Just remain, do not discard it. You discard it, you destroy it. You accept it, you destroy it. Both ways. You understand what I'm saying? You discard it, you destroy it. You accept it, you destroy it. There is a third way. To remain open. See if it has wisdom. See it has truth in it. It would automatically resonate through you. So make every day a Valentine Day for yourself. You see, don't wait for February 14 to come so you can celebrate Valentine's Day and people can put the stuff in the supermarkets like the candy, chocolate, and the flowers and stuff. No. Every day is a Valentine Day. You trigger the self love, it becomes Valentine Day for you. When go into a relationship with right reasons, go into a relationship with selfless reasons, you see, and learn to trigger the self-love first in you. If you have any confusions, write me. I would clarify you. And don't forget the meditation, by the way. Meditation is what brings you to this point that you have so much wisdom, that you have so much truth in you, that you have so much energy in you. Let's do some meditation. You ready? Have you learned to sit yet?